Here joining us today is Veterans Memorial High School wide receiver Kobe Piper. How's it going, Kobe?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Kobe's in his junior year and he got second team all district and he is 16 years old. I came across Kobe on Twitter. He had tweeted and posted a video saying 2 months ago, I tried to commit suicide. I was in the darkest place and lost so much faith. I felt like I was praying to silence, like God wasn't trying to answer my prayers and was ignoring me. I've prayed every day to forget the past and renew my faith, so I did that just tonight. And it's a video of Kobe being baptized, and I just thought that that was such a wonderful thing. Kobe, can you tell us about what you were going through that made you attempted suicide?
Well, I was going through a lot of just depression and anxiety at the moment before school had started because football season it's kind of very stressful to because you don't want to make bad grades and then disappoint your team and your family and your coaches and they're looking down upon you and because you fail and you have to sit out and everybody's expecting you to play and you're supposed to do so much and I was just stressing out about football and before that I was stressing about school because I was trying to make good grades and make my parents happy and I was going through a lot of like personal stuff as well. So I was just feeling like alone and like I had nobody to talk to and like I felt like if it came down to it, nobody would care if I was here. So the situation had ended up happening how it did.
And Kobe, when did you realize people cared about you and that this was a mistake that you made?
When I was in the hospital, I was in the hospital for like 5 or 6 days, and I had like my whole football team, pretty much my whole side of my mom's family, my dad's family, and like just family and friends from the school, and like people around like all the corpus come see me, and I just realized like like I actually do have a lot of people who care about me and love me, and they want to see me do great things in life, and I have a lot of stuff planned out for me in the future. So like I actually like made a mistake and like I have a lot of stuff going on for me. So I realized, like not every you don't have to go through everything alone. Like no matter how you're feeling, just just speak out and tell people how you're feeling.
And to those that didn't know that you were, dealing with depression and anxiety, were you showing any signs that you were dealing with it?
No, I was more of like a like in public person. Like I was happy and like I would put on a mask every day and just sort of like just hide my feelings and like people thought I was happy, but behind closed doors I was actually like going through stuff and like I would cry every day and blah blah blah. And like most days like I would just like be quiet and just listen, put in my headphones and listen to music. But people actually thought I was fine, but they didn't know.
For student athletes or just, teenagers in general who are going through this, what do you think they should do?
I think if for student athletes, whoever is dealing with depression and anxiety, there's no shame in feeling depressed or having anxiety. Like I'm pretty sure everybody in some sort of their time in their life has ever had these sort of feelings. So there's no shame or to be looked down upon or be scared or afraid that you're having these feelings. Like just speak out, no matter what. Just speak out to somebody and talk to them because no matter how you're feeling, like you shouldn't have to go through this alone. And just tell people how you're feeling, and just know that everybody loves you and cares about you, and you have a lot of things going great for you, and you can do a lot of happy stuff in your life.
Right. And according to the CDC, 12% of teenagers in Texas said they attempted suicide in 2017. Also, 17% of ninth through 12th graders surveyed in Texas said they seriously considered suicide last year, and 14% said they had actually made a plan to do it. Do you think that enough resources are available for student athletes or just teenagers to talk to people about how they're feeling?
Yes, I do because I feel that some kids are afraid to speak out and they don't want to tell people how they're feeling. So I think the more kids that speak out, then it'll become a more of like a topic to talk about, because most kids don't like to talk about how they're feeling. I think this should be spoken out to. Like, this should be a topic that people should be talking to about,
Right.
and not just like kicked under the rug.
And how are you feeling now from then?
Now I'm feeling more hopeful and happy. You know, sometimes I have my bad days. I have my bad days and sad days, but I just sort of like not every day is gonna be a good day. Like, I'm gonna have some bad days, but I just work through it. And you know, like, if I ever feel down, I'll just talk to my friends, or I'll talk to my parents, or however I'm feeling, and I'll just talk to my parents, or I'll just go work out, get my mind off of things, and I'll just actually read my Bible, or just look through like certain chapters that I can relate to, and it'll actually like make me feel better.
And recommitting yourself to Christ and strengthening your relationship, how has that helped you get through those bad times?
It's made me feel a lot better, because you know, God, no matter what you go through and how alone you feel, God will always be there right beside you, fighting with you, and you'll never be there alone. He's always going to fight next to you, and he died on the cross for all of our sins, to take all the sins and hurt away from everybody. So he doesn't want nobody to feel like this. He loves you no matter what. And I feel like that night where I got baptized, I was going through so much struggle, and I felt like he was speaking out to me to just renew my faith, and just start over and dedicate my life to him, and strengthen my faith, and just show him how much he loves me, and stuff like that.
So tell me, what's next for Kobe Piper?
Next is just off season, workout, do my grades, do track, and just try to get looked at by some colleges.
Kobe, I just want you to know, and I know I told you this already, but I think you're inspirational, and I think that you're brave, and you have a lot of courage to just come on the radio and talk about this, to inspire other people who are going through this. And not to mention that you posted this on Twitter. Like, you really put yourself out there. Like, I followed this the entire time. It went viral. It started at like 62,000 views when I saw it. Then in the afternoon, it jumped to 1 million. Then it jumped to 2.1 million. And now it's at 2.8 million. I just want you to know, I really feel like you've touched a lot of people by putting yourself out there, and not a lot of people have the courage to talk about these things.
Yeah, I just want everybody to know that they don't have to go through this alone. You can talk about your feelings. So I hope this story, or my testimony, it encouraged a lot of people that you can always talk to somebody, and it's just, you don't, like, it's not a bad thing that you're going through this. Everybody's gone through this at a point in their life.
And I truly believe that. And before we get off, I just want to know, has anyone DM'd you and reached out to you and said, you know, hey, I was going through this too? Or has anyone asked for advice from you?
Yes, pretty much all my messages and DMs have been people congratulating me and asking for some advice on how they can strengthen their hope and get better, because they want to get happy again. I just, like, some people, they might be older than me, but I just give them like what I've done, and I may be younger than them, but like, I could just give them some encouraging words of what I know that helped me get through this time of struggle. So that's pretty much been it.
Well, Kobe, it was a pleasure having you on the show, and we'll be following your career, and we really appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you very much.